Flight is not the best rune. Stop flying away with 1 damage taken. But if you want to get to know all of the ins and outs of the Flight rune, I've got you covered. So, go. All right, so you want to take Flight into the sky, right? Flight is a very straightforward rune. I mean, there's not a lot of insane things you can do with the Flight rune that are secrets, really. I mean, the Flight rune you can do a lot with, right? You can reset fights, you can run away, you can flight dash, you can circle around, you can get straight up into the air, instant, almost, it's not really instant, right? Almost instant high ground. Can take you pretty much wherever you want to go on the map. There are some drawbacks to it. It's not what I would call a combat rune. You can use it as a combat rune, but if you want to do that, I would suggest using Runic Fluency. If you just want to use it to kind of like reset your fights, and you want to maybe use your class abilities more for rune bases, you don't have to use it, Runic Fluency. But if you want to use it as a combat rune, I would suggest using Runic Fluency. That means you get 2 rune charges plus a rune charge cooldown. So that's what I would use. I'm gonna kind of show you what you can and can't do in each class with this rune. It's pretty much like I said, it's very straightforward when it comes to what you can and can't do in your classes. With fire, you basically can use it as a dash to kind of get to your firewall quicker if you want to kind of keep you up above, to place your firewall to rain down fire from above if you really want to. Same with stone, it gets you up above people. You can crash, you can throw your boulders down. Toxic, this is one of my favorite runes to use with Toxic, actually, to Toxicologist. That and TP. You can actually skate along the ground and then throw your Toxic Cloud right at your feet. Go invis. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it, but not like specific to a class. You basically can do pretty much the same thing with each class that you can with Flight as every other class. It's not like Dash or Shadow Step where you get bonuses or certain play styles out of those 2 runes, as well as like Invis with Toxicologist and stuff like that. Conduit, same thing, you can get up above them. You can actually get 2 runes just in the Conduit class, like you can with every other rune. Ice, I think, is one of the few classes that you can actually get a benefit from the Flight rune that you can't in other ones, because you can still get above them, but it's a way for you to get up really high. And as you know, in the Frost class, in the Frostborn class, you have Icicle, which means you just hang in the air and you can target people from up above. So it's one of the better ways to actually do that. You can also use Featherfall for this as well. I, however, in Frostborn will choose to use Frostborn, or will choose to use Flight over any other rune. And then same with Tempest. You can definitely use it with Tempest to get up above and to snipe down, because on both Tempest and Stone Shaper, I use Frost as my offhand, and getting off the ground, sniping from above, I use it more of a Flight dash than I do like an actual Flight reset rune, but it is nice to have that Flight reset in your pocket if you need to with any class. But that's pretty much it. Flight is not, it's very straightforward. It's a very easy rune to use. There's not a lot of like insane things to use to do with Flight. There's one tip that I will tell you with Flight, and you can animation cancel Flight by either hitting spacebar, fire your regular spell, or aiming your sorcery, and you'll kind of Flight dash. So that is something that I use Flight for. I don't actually use Flight for the entire duration of the rune. I typically just Flight dash. So I know a lot of people wanted this video. There's not a lot off the wall that you can do with Flight. I mean, if you know anything that I didn't mention, please let me know. I'm sure I left out a few things. However, Flight, like I said, I've said it a few times, it's straightforward. You can move, but it does have you can't go in any direction. It's not like Dash, like left from last week, where you can go left, back, or right, depending on if you use WASD or left, right, or back on your sticks. It's straight no matter what direction you point it at. However, you can curve yourself, but it does have a cap, so you're not gonna be able to do like a 360 Flight like super quick. It has like a turn, like a radius, turn radius kind of cap on it. But you can flight dash, so keep that in mind. Also, guys, you cannot, if you have 2 charges through Runic Fluency or 3 charges with Conduit's class ability with Runic Fluency as well, or just 2 with the class ability itself in Conduit, you have to hit the ground before you use your second rune, which is not the case with things like Shadow Step or Spring Step or Dash or stuff like that. But you have to hit the ground before you use it again, just like Featherfall. But that's it, guys. And next week, I think I'm going to do a Shadow Step video. I know I have a video of me playing with Shadow Step, but it's not like me actually talking about what you can do with the class like these videos are. So I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.